Oh my god! Alright, so we got Goldie Hawn back in the garage, about to lift it back up again. So in the video where I did the HD2 kit install, a few people pointed out that I did not read the sloppy wiki. And in there and a few other places, people smarter than me remembered or noticed that it says not to do like the pressure relief valve, a little like sprung deal where you bolt the plate down and it has that like plunger setup. Basically because what that'll do is it'll like either just blow a bunch of pressure by, like too much pressure, or it will not seat right and it'll just bleed off too much, and that will result in really low line pressure, and then you'll start burning up clutches and shit like that. So my first impression with the truck was, yay, it's running and I'm driving it, I'm so fucking happy. My second impression was, it's shifting really, really soft. And I didn't put a bunch of miles on it. I went from here straight to my house, just cruising. I was intentionally taking it easy because, like, in case something like this happened. So basically, to remedy that, since I already drilled the hole, I'm going to pull that plate off, and let me find the instructions so I can show you what plate I'm talking about. This relief assembly is what I'm talking about. This is what people say not to do because it will fuck your shit up. And I think that's why, because like when you do this HD2 kit, you should have like seriously noticeable like harder shifts, especially with the .096 drill that I used to drill out the separator plate. And like I said, my shifts were way too soft. So to remedy that, here's the drill bit that we used. I found a tap the same size, and then made this plug that will thread right into it, and we'll put like a sealant on it and stuff. Hopefully we can get away without losing too much of the brand new fluid, and we shouldn't have to get real invasive with it. We should just have to drop the pan off, drain the fluid, or try to save the fluid. Should still be good. And might have to like pull the filter out of the way, and then that's just held in with 2 bolts. Pull that off, tap it, put that plug in, and then put it all back together, and we should be good. So we'll see, but first let's get it up in the air and get the pan off. Alright, so we got the truck up and got the pan off and most of the fluid drained. And like I was saying earlier, how these things can get like cocked sideways and wedged, and it is. So yeah, I might be able to hopefully just pull these bolts out. Should be able to get a tap up in there, and might not even have to pull the exhaust to get this pan off. Yeah, we'll have plenty of room to get the tap in there straight. So luckily, I think that thanks to the 2 people that commented, because there was a couple of them, and letting me know what this was, because otherwise I probably would have been chasing my tail for quite a while and burnt this transmission up. So thank you guys. I think we caught it early enough to fix it and remedy it and get it all back together and hopefully hold some horsepower. Well, I didn't film it, but I already got the glasses aren't on. But I already got the plug up in there, and everything's kind of sealing right now. I got a a sealant that I knew would work with transmission fluid and not like dissolve or anything like that. So that's up there sealing right now. And I initially wasn't going to use this plate, but I figured it would be perfect for preventing this bolt from backing out, because if that thing, for whatever reason, comes loose and backs out, then I'm completely fucked, I would imagine. So I put that on just so that the bolt cannot back out. So now we just wait for that sealer to harden up, and then bolt, well, I guess I could bolt the pan back up right now, and we could drop the truck down. There really wasn't too much to show anyway. Basically, I just sent the tap up in there, and then cleaned everything out, got every bit of metal shavings I could find, got those all cleaned out, and then put the sealer on the bolt and threw that up in there. So, like I said, now we're just waiting for it to harden up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but we'll see, because like everything I read, when people put these shift kits in, they're just way hard, especially with the holes that I drilled out. So we won't really know until it's all back together and we can take it for a drive. So I guess let's wait for that. Well, the truck is back on the ground. Got the fluid filtered back into the jug.
Okay, outside.
That's what was leaking. Huh. Well, we'll just watch the temp gauge. That was still pretty soft. Chirp the tires every time I shift into second gear. I just want to make sure everything's safe. As long as it's not going to start destroying shit in the trans, then I'm good with it. And as long as it's not slipping. I stopped and played around with the shift pressures in the tune a little bit more and turned them up a bit just to see if it'll make a difference, and it still seems to be shifting. I mean, it's shifting fine, it's just I would expect it to shift harder. I don't know, but it's holding. Start to broke the tires loose there. I don't know. I'm nervous, but it seems okay. I'm gonna turn around up here and get on it a little bit on the way back to the garage and see how it does there. Fucking good. This thing's way faster than Jack Black. Not to pick favorites, but this thing is way faster than Jack Black. I guess really our only option is to just run it and see what happens. Cause like I fixed the only thing that was pointed out to be wrong. Everything else is good. I don't know what else to do. Like I said, it's shifting good. It's just, I'm nervous. But it's good. All right, Goldie Hawn is back home. So, in the last video, I think, maybe earlier in this one, I don't know, we put the trans in the truck and I drove it around and I said that it was shifting really light and it was making me nervous. So I thought maybe I screwed something up with the HG2 kit. A couple people mentioned not to do that like pressure relief deal. So I plugged that back off and it was still shifting kind of light. So I was worried that something was screwed up with the HG2 kit install. So I spent an hour watching Matt Happel, Sloppy Mechanics 4L80 HG2 kit install. That wind's gotta be killer. So I spent an hour watching his video and literally everything was done the exact same way. He even did the pressure relief thing. And that trans held up to a 9.7, so I don't know. Whatever is going on with it, I think is probably related to the trans itself. And I don't know, I guess for 200 bucks, I'm just gonna send it, see what happens. Maybe it'll hold on. I'm not scared of it being a soft shift. I'm just worried that something else could be wrong with it. I'm totally fine with it shifting soft. They say that a soft shift will make the trans last longer. The only difference between what I did and what they did was he drilled it out to 1/8 inch for the separator plate. Mine was all .096. So, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I am just so happy to be driving this truck again. Man, I miss this thing so much. And she's already back on shop truck duties. The exhaust hot side for the RX-7 showed up today, and there was a whole lot more than I thought there would be. So we'll have plenty of piping. And this is all 2.5 inch, oily as fuck. But yeah, there's a whole lot more exhaust than I thought I ordered. So that's nice. But first things first, I need to go get some fresh ecstasy, ethanol in the truck, because it's down to about a quarter tank and I don't like to let it get too much lower than that. Oh my God, it is so hot in here. Yeah. Let me just turn my little Scanny-Doo on here and let's hit the road. Alright, so Goldie Hawn seems to be pretty freaking good. I was worried about the transmission, but it seems to be holding up fine. The only thing that I'm concerned about now is the trans temp was getting a little high, higher than I like it. I looked it up, some people were like, yeah, my shit's at 215, 220, but this one was at about 185, which is higher than I'd like it to be. I'd like to get it, if it was like 160, I'd be comfortable with that. I would be totally fine with that. But the thing seems to be doing freaking awesome. That last little stretch from where I stopped to about where the hill starts is real close to an 1/8 mile. I think it's like 700 feet. And obviously I was spinning through pretty much all of first and a bit of second, and I still got to about 90 miles an hour there. The thing's doing awesome. The air fuel, I could richen it up a little bit. I still got way light timing in it. I only got about 15 degrees in it right now, and that last little bit was 9 pounds of boost. So the thing is a ripper. I think as long as it can stay together, then we might be able to get the 12 pretty easily this next time out. So everything's looking good there.
I don't know if I walked through your pee area. I'm pretty sure I did. You got some of it on my leg.
Well, that sucks. But that's one of the things I liked about this spot. Like that's got to be a car coming, and we've seen their headlights for how long? We could have been out of here by now.
Do we make it look like your truck's broke?
Probably. If you want to turn your hazards on. Yeah, we gotta start practicing for when it does break.
Yeah, here we go.
Which lane you want?
Fuck, I don't care.
Alright.
I ain't scared to play chicken with nobody. Hell yeah, look at the weight reduction right here. Right?
Dude, this thing's fucking heavy.
Yeah?
Like, I think it was 46.30 with me. Yeah.
Over here, like 3,000 without me.
You guys want me to lift my top up so you guys can start?
Yeah, lift it on the drop.
So much adrenaline. I fucking love it. Oh. But yeah, I told him I was nervous there for a second because at first I was just spinning, and by the time it did hook up, I wasn't pulling on him that much, and I was like, oh no. And then I popped second, and he was like, yeah, I saw you grab second, you were just fucking freight train faster. And I was like, I don't know how much I beat you by because I couldn't really see you in the mirror. And he was like, dude, I could see all the way around the other side of you.